Have you ever, like, told someone you have to try this bank?
Oh,
Like, when was the last time you had a banking experience so good that you actually told someone about it?
that's a good question. I feel like most people don't really associate those kind of good vibes with banking, you know?
Right, and that's kind of what we're looking at today.
Mhm.
This piece we've got from UXDA, they're a financial UX design agency. They say they've found a straightforward formula to get customers more engaged, specifically for banks.
A formula, huh? So they think they can, like, break down what makes a good experience? That's pretty ambitious.
Totally. And they start with the basics. They say any successful business has three main things: product quality, business model, and then market distribution.
Yeah, those are the essentials for sure. You gotta have something people want, a way to actually sell it, and a way to get it to them.
They actually use a bakery as an example. If you got amazing pastries, that's your product quality, right? Then, if your kitchen can keep up with all the orders, that's a solid business model.
Mhm.
And if you're on a busy street, that's your market distribution.
Makes sense. You get all three of those right, you're gonna have a line out the door.
Exactly. But, and this is where it gets interesting, they say, in today's world, especially online, those three things aren't enough anymore.
Oh, so it's not enough to just have the best croissant in town anymore.
Exactly.
Interesting.
It's all about the experience economy now. Customers, especially the ones online, they want more than just something that works. They want, like, a whole feeling. So, like with the bakery, it's not enough that the bread is good. You got to have a cool atmosphere too, right?
Exactly.
Like maybe the smell of the bread when you walk by,
Yeah.
or if the staff remembers your order, that kind of thing.
Exactly. It's about the whole thing from when they first hear about you, like maybe they see your ad or something, all the way to after they've bought something from you. Every little thing adds up to the overall experience.
Okay, I'm hooked.
Yeah.
But how do you, like, bottle that feeling, turn it into an actual, thing you can follow?
Well, they've got this whole formula, right? And it uses those three parts. We have talked about product, model, the market thing, but it gives them each a boost.
Okay, a boost. I like the sound of that. What kind of boost are we talking?
So think of it this way. Product quality, but it's raised to the power of experience. Then you've got the business model, but it's raised to the power of design.
Okay.
And then market distribution, that gets raised to the power of value. And then, holding it all together, you've got the experience mindset. That's what they're multiplying everything by.
Whoa. Slow down a sec. That's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack.
Let's start with that first one. Product quality to the power of experience. What's that even mean? Like, practically. For a bank, right?
Yeah.
It's not like just making the app look nice, is it?
No, it's way more than that. It's every time someone uses your product, it should kind of delight them, you know? UXDA says nailing how it feels for the customer is huge GE. Like, for a bank, maybe that's sending you an alert before you even realize you need it. Or making it so easy to, like, deposit a check on their phone. They're like, dang, that was smooth. Those little things make it actually enjoyable to use.
So it's about those little aha moments, the things you actually remember, even if it's just depositing a check.
Exactly. And it's not just online, right? Look at those Apple stores. Those aren't just stores. They're like designed to make you feel a certain way. Excited maybe, like you're part of something. The whole experience reinforces what the brand is about.
Yeah, you always leave those stores feeling like
Yeah.
something, even if you just went in for a new cable or something.
Yeah.
But what about that second part of their equation? Business models to the power of design. That sounds kind of, I don't know, like I need a design degree for this.
No, you don't need a degree. It's not just about, like, drawing and stuff. It's a way of thinking, really. Building in flexibility, always thinking about the customer, that kind of stuff, putting it right in the core of how your business works.
So, like, instead of being stuck doing things the old way, you can change quickly based on what people actually want, right?
Yeah, exactly. Spotify's a good example. They basically flipped the music industry on its head because their whole model is adaptable based on data, what users are doing, all that. That's design thinking in action.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
Oh.
So it's about being responsive, not just looking good on paper or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about that third one? Market distribution to the power of value. How do you even add value to, like, how you get your product out there?
This is where it gets really interesting. It's not just about getting your product into people's hands. It's got to be about something more, something emotional, you know, like belonging or feeling like you're part of a bigger picture. Look at Patagonia. People love that brand, not just because their stuff is good, but because they stand for something. They're open about how they make things. They care about the environment, and their whole vibe attracts people who feel the same way.
Right, it's that I'm not just buying a jacket, I'm supporting a good company kind of thing. But how is a bank supposed to do that? It's not like people are out here passionate about their checking accounts.
That's the thing, right? But some banks are figuring it out. Like some of the online ones, the ones going after younger people, they're often built around something bigger. Like maybe they focus on green investments or they're really vocal about fighting climate change. They're connecting with people on that deeper level and it's working.
So it's about sharing that purpose.
Yeah.
Like by banking with them, you're part of something bigger.
Exactly. It's not just about the money, it's about standing for something people want to be a part of.
Okay, this is all awesome, but we haven't even gotten to that last part, the multiplying part, the experience mindset. What is that exactly?
This one's crucial. It makes everything else work. It's a whole different way of saying things. You're putting the customer at the center of every single decision you make.
So you're not just like going through the motions. You actually care about how they feel.
Exactly. And you give your employees the power to actually solve problems, to go above and beyond, surprise people in a good way.
Okay, so the experience mindset is important. Got it.
Yeah.
But what's that look like in real life? Do they have like examples of companies doing this well?
They do. They use Samsung and Apple.
Ooh, good one. Why those two?
Well, at first glance, they seem kind of similar, right?
Yeah.
Both make sleek devices, right? Pushing tech forward. Everyone knows them. Big players. But if you look closer, using UXDA's formula, you see the differences.
Okay, I'm listening. What's Apple doing that's so special?
Think about what we said about that whole enjoyable journey, creating emotional value, all that. Apple's killing it in those areas. When you open up a new iPhone box, the weight of it, how simple it is, how easy it is to set up, every bit of that is designed to spark joy.
Okay, yeah, they've definitely nailed that unboxing thing. But Samsung makes great phones too. They're always coming out with new tech, crazy features. What are they missing?
See, Samsung, they're amazing at innovation. They often beat Apple to the punch with new tech.
Right.
But UXDA would say they're not as good at making those deep connections with their customers. Their stuff works, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't make you feel the same loyalty as Apple,
So it's not just about the features. It's got to make you feel something. But does that actually affect how well they're doing?
Big time. Last year, Apple was worth, get this, 8 times more than Samsung.
8 times. Whoa, that much.
Yep. And UXDO says a good chunk of that difference. That's because Apple is just that much better at getting people engaged, building a brand people love, the whole experience mindset thing.
Wow. Okay. So they really believe in their own formula, huh?
They do, and it's not just talk. Their own company. They're doing pretty well for themselves, too.
Okay, so they're saying, hey, we're not just consultants. We actually live this. What's their track record like?
They've blown up, actually. In just a few years, they've gone global, working with, over 70 banks all over the place.
And they did all that without, big investors, right? Didn't they build this themselves?
Yeah, bootstrap the whole thing, pretty much. Shows you how powerful this customer-first approach can be.
For sure. So what's their secret sauce? How are they measuring their success?
They've got this crazy high net promoter score, NPS.
Yeah, I've heard of that. It's like, how likely are you to recommend them, right?
Exactly. And theirs is 81. That means their clients are basically their biggest fans.
Wow, 81. That's unheard of. So UXDA, they're walking the walk, huh? They're proving that focusing on experience, design, all that stuff, it actually works.
Totally. And that's the big takeaway here, right? Customer engagement, it's not some fluffy extra anymore. It's make or break, especially for banks and financial stuff.
It's not enough to just have the best rates anymore. You got to give people a reason to care.
That's it. It's about figuring out what matters to them and then really delivering on that. Not just processing transactions. It's about actually building relationships.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive. It makes you really think about the experiences we have every day,
Yeah.
Every time you use an app, walk into a store, it's all connected to this.
For sure.
So here's something to think about for everyone listening. Look at what you do, even just your everyday interactions. What's one little thing you can change to bring in more of this experience stuff? It could be anything. More design, more value. Maybe just shifting your mindset a little. Even a tiny change can make a difference.